Hi guys, today we are going to make a drone. I'll show you how it is going to look at the end of our designing process. So you have to know that this is conceptual work, so there is no drone like this flying. It can look like that. There's no camera, nothing. It's just a simple idea, rough idea with no manufacturing appliances and all this stuff. Just basic beginner tutorial for those who want to start to sketch in Rhino and start to do creative job. So today I'm going to show you how to start to use surface modeling, just starting with sphere or something like this. So let's start, and I will show you how the drone will look in Rhino at the end, because I've made this sample earlier to practice a little bit before I start the tutorial. So that's how it's gonna look at the end. And I'm not going to keep up with propeller because it's kind of another tutorial, so I'm not going to make it. It takes a bit, not long, but I don't want to spend much time to do that kind of stuff. I can easily download from GrabCAD or some kind of storage for 3D models. For this purposes, I borrow it from GrabCAD, and I recommend you to do the same. But we're gonna use it from GrabCAD as well. So let's start. I'm going to use the sphere, as I said, just a plain normal sphere. It's best to start from 0 point. So just type 0 point and press enter on a keyboard. Press shift. It's kind of crucial right now. If you press shift, you can see, especially from the top view, that the cross sections of the sphere are going to be parallel, or we need it. We need kind of symmetrical. So I'm just extending my sphere with shift pressed. Let's just make like so, and it's gonna be like that in perspective. So the sphere is actually very powerful because it is one surface. It's not solid. I mean, this is like a solid, which is already one surface, and it has its own control points. So if you want to see them, actually we won't very much use them in this tutorial. We need to press and we need to find a command who will show the control points. So basically this is that one. As you can see, our sphere is very simple right now. We need to kind of rebuild these control points to play a little bit to get the shape we want, because if we, for example, move one point like so, it's gonna be not very nice, and there are gonna be sharp edges like this, and we are not exactly needed. We need some more points, but at the same time we need to be symmetrical. So each quarter of the surface needs to fit like 2 or 3 rows of your control points. So to rebuild this, you need to go and find rebuild command, which is that one. It means rebuild surface. That's the power of surface modeling. So look, you've got a rebuild surface pop-up window, which allows you to change the amount of the creases of these rows, I would say. So let's do 12, yeah, and try to preview. I can do okay, and let's just count 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2. Each pair have to be on the quarter of it. So that's what I needed. We could also add a little bit of creases from a z-axis. So let's go back and do it again, and then I might need like 6 or something. Yeah, that's kind of cool. See, 1 2 3, which is already 6 from which all 1 2 3 4 5 6. All right, that's what we could. I could have one more here. It's gonna be much comfortable for me. So let's do again. All right, let's do 7. Yeah, that's exactly what I need. So it's symmetrical, and it's kind of done much exactly I need. All right, so let's start to model that stuff, because as you saw, we might need to play a little bit with those points. So you have to be very careful right now and very precise. So I'm going to select with shift pressed on your keyboard each pair of symmetrical place symmetrical points and exactly the same row. So yeah, and now I've got like a 4 points not selected here, which will be very important right now. And also you have to have these small arrows applied on, so you can do it here, because this is crucial. You're gonna now scale its proportional with shift pressed. So if you grab this red triangle square here, or this red green square here, you're gonna scale it, but with a shift you do it proportionally, you see. And this is what actually we love with Rhino very much. Not much people use this stuff because they really not into doing that stuff. I don't know why, but this is great. Another thing you need to know, because now this surface is not quite in the shape I want. It's have a kind of curvature I don't need right now, but I can actually correct it, because you can see I've got these points and I can select them, and I can actually align them all to that row of points. It's gonna be very smooth surface. But first of all, I will just make this row of points bigger. This is kind of something I like to do, but you have to be very precise to not lose any point, otherwise you're not gonna keep symmetry. Okay, so let's try to align those points by using command set x, y, z coordinates, and you can set it by z axis. So I'm going to unselect those I don't need, and now just need to find the aligning point. So it's gonna be the same on what is this with these points. So as you can see, now the shape is much more smooth and nice. That's what I actually needed. We can play with this shape a little bit. We can select the points, those old points, and move it up or down. I'm going to use that a little bit flatter, and I'm going to maybe use like that, and then I'm going to take those points and change them. You see, it's kind of similar to what we had. And also we have to do the same here, because otherwise it's gonna be not nice shape. So z-axis, and now select them all and grab them down. You can of course make some better curvature here, but you can find those points which are not visible right now because they are inside of the solid. So you need to just find the right view where you can catch them, or if you are trouble and you cannot do it at all, you just need to go ghosted. And now you need to find these points. There are 1 with shift, 2, 3, 4, and then scale it the same way. You see, I've just made them smaller like that, and now it looks exactly like I need. Okay, I think I finished. I have to go back to the shaded mode, and then I need to switch off this control points and have a look what my shape looks like. So just right press on that one, and then they disappear. And I'll also want to check if the smoothness of my surface is right. So I need to go to properties, switch this surfaces isoparms, these small lines which appears, and see they look quite good. I like it. And also, if you are interested in more precise way of the curvature of the surface, you can go and catch some surface analysis tool, which is that one, and then we'll show you exactly how light will flow on your surfaces. I love that one. It's kind of great. I love these shapes. So we can keep up. We can go further. All right. So now I need these points back, because otherwise I won't see what I do. All right. So let's go to the top view. Let's make some engines like places, but first, before I do it, I'll just turn my shape 35 degrees, because it will be better to do it in axis mode. You will see why. Alright, so let's just draw some circle like so. Make it bigger, because we're gonna cut it. You'll see what for in a second. Align your circle with the object. For example, with the center point, you can do it with a shift and tapped blocked, and then align to the center. Just press 0, then I'm gonna be aligned. This is like the kind of trick. Shift and tapped, pressed. When white line appears, it means it's blocked. Okay, I'm going now closer to my edge of my drone, and then I'm going to cut it. Oh, I'm going to project first, because then I'm going to cut it what I've projected. Look, it's here. I'm going to view and project curves on my objects, and then I'm projected. I don't need that one, so just press delete, and you can easily just trim it like that. And we don't actually need it, but maybe, who knows, just hide it. And then we're gonna need like a cylinder right now. Okay, you see why we need it right now, because we are going to make cylinder from the center of it, and because we want to be in the center of this cylinder. Okay, let's try like that, because it's gonna be engine cover like that. All right, okay, and then we need to explode the surface, because we need only outside shape. We are going to make a bridge between this surface and that surface, very smooth, because we want to have this airplane actually very smooth and nice. So now I'm going to use a blend command to blend the bridge, and from that to that it's going to be blend. And if the arrows are okay, the same direction, just press enter or right mouse button, and then you've got a pop-up window. You can preview what is going to happen on your stage. And actually I like to change it a little bit, maybe to do some kind of my way. I think I'm happy with this. Now I can delete that one, I can delete that one, and this is going to be engine. I will switch the visibility of it. Alright, and then I'm going to cut to duplicate that shape 4 times. So you can use it, you can use to do that, you can use polar array, and you can actually array it using 0 point as a center of array. Number of items 4, because I've got 4 arms, and angle reference angle point, which is gonna be full circle, means 360 degrees, and then I got 3 more. Yeah, I'm going to use them also as a trim tool to trim inside shape. Sometimes it's not working, but usually it should work. So let's start to do it with only one. If there's gonna be problem, we have to go back. Yeah, something is wrong. Oh yeah, it's coming, but just slower. And then I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to use this tool. I will show you what's going on. If I will hide this one right now, it's just with no holes to prepare to like continue the shape. So you have to just use this to cut like that. And then if I will hide it, you've got to just hold, and this hole will let you close the shape. So you need to just make it solid all the time. Join, and then all shape is one shape. And now you've got a holes in here. So to close them, you just need to select the tool and right cap here, or just go to the command called cap, which is actually usually doing just type. So I find it. I cannot easily find it, but it's here. And then press, and then the holes will be capped, so they're solid right now. And okay, so basically now I can do the legs of it. This is gonna be the same situation as I did here. And also one more thing I can do, which will be helpful to create to make a visualization. I will split this this shape to make a top and bottom in different colors. So for visualization purposes, this is kind of helpful. But also, I'll just hold Alt and drag and drop arrow, and also make a small gap between, so it looks more realistic if I'm doing this. So I'm going to cut inside, and the same way I did the cap for those small holes, if you hide this, you've got an open surface, which we actually don't use. So if you just select the shape, the top shape, and just type cap and press enter, you've got it capped. And the same here, you will see in a second what I meant. And now it's capped, it's solid. So it's better to make anything with that in a render engine. I don't have propeller here, so I've actually hide it on my layers here. There is somewhere, I have to find it. Come on, yeah, it's here. It's too small, but it's no problem. I can actually make it bigger. I can fit this propeller into that shape because it's going to be here. To do it, first I'll just actually catch this one from the center. To do so, you need to grab command move and then find the center. So you need to find the center by just have the center ticked here, and you just need to not go in the center, just go in a circle which has a center. And now it's grabbed, and now I'm going to the place it here where is, yeah, like so, and then I'm going to scale it. You can do it much better, more precise. It's not centered, but it's not a problem to do it like that for our purposes, like in this tutorial for the beginner, because it's basically more stuff you do, more precise you are. It looks like this. Of course it's too big, and I can scale it by the center. It's gonna be the best way, like that. And then I've got a, okay, it's a little bit too big, so let's just make it smaller. Like that. I've made too big hole for, yeah, that's much better. Maybe a little bit more. Now I can see, now it's better. So this posthument is a little bit too big, but it's okay, it's not a big deal. You can make it smaller as long as you find the best propeller for your purposes. And now actually we need to copy this stuff by using a polar array and using the center as a polar method, and then number of items 4, 360 degrees, just pressing enter if you've done it before, and it's okay. I've got a propeller. So now I need to make a legs for this. I'm not going to make camera or any special equipment. You can do it by yourselves in some way. I will show you how I've made a my leg. So from the side view, just go and grab some, let's do it with the ellipsoid, and then it's gonna be with shift to be symmetrical, and then just change the views to not be weird fat shapes. And the same here, you need to actually rebuild surface, and I need to do it from like 6 here and 6 here, just to be, yeah, that's enough. Yeah, and then the same way I've got my points, and then I'm going to create the same thing I've done with my body of my drone. Sorry for, yeah, something like that. I can actually grab these points or just scale them one direction like that. You can do it by your own shape. It's up to you. And we can actually, okay, and from the right view, I'm going to move this because I don't see anything. I will make it thinner, and then turn control points with the left mouse button, and I can actually just scale it like that. And it's gonna be the easiest way. Of course, this is not, remember, this is not the method to make these surfaces by using, for example, injection molding. This is totally different. It's not beginner stuff. Doing anything for injection is very advanced. I've got a very small, a very simple leg. I can just change the size, and then I will align it using shift and tab to the center of my object from right view, and then I'm going to place it somewhere. Probably it's too small. Hey, okay, let's see what's happened. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And also I'm going to make something which will look like the center, the pivot of my kind of moving moving anchor, or moving, how, I don't know how to say in English. I'm not English, so excuse me for that. And align it again with shift and tab pressed, and I can actually, that's actually look quite cool, professional. And alright, I can now just, let's just make it a little bit smoother. I will just make a fillet here, one, but remember to use variable radius fillet, that one, not this one, because this is fillet to use with the surfaces. Okay, one is enough. That's great. Look professional. And I just need to duplicate it 4 times by using the same command, array, polar array, 4 times 360 degrees, and basically this is it. So now you can just check your smoothness of the surface. The same here. You can go for surface analysis here, and then check if you can use environmental map. That's gonna be cool. You can change for whatever you like, arches. Oh, this is look fantastic, look like it's already flying. And yeah, this is basically it. I'm happy with this, with the effect. So now all you need to do is just go to some render engine, put some graphics on, and start to play with it. You can download from this this whole model of mine from my GrabCAD profile. Actually, I put it under the film. You can use it as you want, and have fun actually. So thanks for watching. Take care.